Hey friends, this is Raj. So my wife and I were having dinner with some dear friends we hadn't seen in years. And in the course of our conversation, I turned to my friend and I asked, "How are you doing really?" And he looked at me for a moment, paused to choose the right word, and then he said, "I'm disillusioned." I was thinking about that. Disillusioned. The last few years have been disheartening and deeply painful for a lot of people. It certainly has been for me and my family. And so many people in our world feel, as my friend said, disillusioned. How did we get here? What is the remedy? A few years ago, Time magazine published an article about the spirit of America. Author Jeffrey Kruger writes, "This is a land of plenty, land, food, minerals, timber. And along the way, we created outrageous things just because we could. The Hoover Dam, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Empire State Building. We even got to the moon. And the tire tracks left on the lunar surface are the real American graffiti." The article also lists how along the way we invented many things like light bulbs and telegraph, movie camera, the airplane, mass-produced cars, created the polio vaccine, invented the personal computer, social media, and the iPhone, to name a few. But here's something to consider. We can connect to over 5 billion people through social media, and yet over 60% of us are lonely. We are the richest nation the world has ever known, yes, but we are also a massively in-debt, habitually addicted, and chronically hurried and worried nation. Perhaps novelist John Cheever was onto something when he wrote, "The main emotion of the adult American, who has had all the advantages of wealth, education, and culture, is disappointment," which is another word for disillusionment. Something doesn't quite connect in this narrative. Something is missing in this story of ours. All the riches and possessions and status and titles and recognition and trophies, and the main emotion we are left with is disappointment, disillusionment. How do we find our way through this? Where can we find a life of significance and hope and joy? Through the story of a heart-charging father and a disillusioned college student daughter, I'm hoping to lend a voice to this conversation through the power of story and film. So join me and our team. To everyone who has given or pledged, thank you for your prayers and generous financial support that is making this possible. We have just a few months to raise the funds for phase 1. Find out how you can support and give at dancingwithrani.org. Dancing with Rani, that's Rani, dancingwithrani.org. Thank you so much.